All right, welcome back to Limitless Profit, and as always, I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. So jumping right into these three signal providers, I'm going to apologize because I was doing daily updates on their signals, but these last couple days of trading, it got very busy. They sent 15 signals, and I just had a lot going on, you know, working full-time and doing my own trades, so you guys are going to get day 7, 8, and 9, which will conclude the 2 weeks of taking their signals, and I'll let you guys know what the totals are. So, jumping right in, USD CAD, $573. That was a Mamba signal. All right. So, just so you guys know, I have a dry erase board right in front of me, and every time they send a signal, I will write it on the dry erase board, and then once it comes to, you know, hits the take profit or hits the SL, I will record the totals on this dry erase board that you guys can't see because it's right in front of me. And I'll write who sent that signal, and then I add it to their totals. So that one was a Mamba signal. Odd USD, $5,340. That was the Odd USD video I sent earlier this week, telling you guys that I just took a trade on Odd USD for the sell. I thought I saw Head and Shoulders, and it looks like it paid off because we profited. I closed that trade out just before the weekend with $5,340 just in one trade. All right. So it's important to know I got very curious on why I'm doing these signals. All right. And I'll make a video on that separately. But me watching just a couple pairs, is it going to be more profitable if I get random signal providers and take their signals? Or just me being an independent trader, taking my own signals and what I see? Is that going to be more profitable? All right. So basically, that's how I ended up starting this little series and trying to find the most profitable traders or most profitable signals to know if I'd be better off paying for signals or just taking my own signals off of Odd USD and USD CAD. They're the only two things I currently trade. So I figured, you know, obviously more is better, right? Well, not necessarily. You guys will see in these totals, and after 2 weeks, they are killing me. So USD CAD, moving down the list, $283 in the red. That was a Mamba signal. USD CAD, negative $150. That was a Panda signal. USD JPY, negative $385. That was a Panda signal. GBP USD, negative $536. That was a Wizard signal. And just so everyone's clear, all of these trades that I'm taking from the other signal providers, they are single lot size trades, all right? I don't calculate percentage of account. I'm just calculating one lot size, $10 per pip, all right? So basically, if we're up pips at the end of the week, we're going to be profitable. If we're down pips at the end of the week, we're going to be in a deficit. So it's pretty straightforward, you know. If we're positive pips, we're in the positive. So it's pretty simple math. Single lot size across every trade. NZD USD, negative $219 was a Panda signal. NZD Swiss franc CHF, negative $510. That was a Panda signal. GBP JPY, negative $252. That was a Mamba signal. And that concludes the signals that I actually caught. All right. So I also missed signals too. Okay. I'm not perfect. So here we go with the signals I missed. I missed this WizardFx. He scored. I fully closed gold here at 220 pips in the profit. All right. So that was a signal I missed in the account, but we still do count it for him because he sent the signal. I was just too busy to take it. Long story short. However, that being a positive trade, he also sent a couple negative trades I missed. Boom. Here's a screenshot of the two trades I missed. USD CAD, that was a losing trade. He was down. Where's the notes here? USD CAD, Wizard, negative 18 pips. All right. He lost 18 pips on that trade there. And then GBP JPY, looks like that was also a losing trade. Okay. He lost 25 pips on that one. So two losing trades there. For Wizard, we count that in his total. Then we go to Mamba. Mamba sent this. He sold GBP JPY. That was also a losing trade. That was down 30 pips right there. So, in addition to that, he sent an indices trade, which we don't take in any of these accounts, but here was an indices trade. He says for larger accounts, sell the US 30. Yeah, basically down at the very bottom of the screen, you say SL was too tight. My God, our luck is bad. So he had a pretty rough week. This is what he likes to say, you know. Beautiful save. Next week we going crazy. The week was not saved by no means. We are still in a huge deficit, and by putting things like this and you guys, you know, subscribing to the channels and stuff like that, the signal providers, you know, they post things like this basically to trick you. But if you check their back history and their backlog and you do the pips counting yourself, you can see, despite their positive messages and stuff, they're not profitable. Or at least some of them aren't profitable. So, long story short, I'm going to end this video. As you guys can see, Mamba is down $766 in the last 2 weeks. Wizard is down $509 in the last 2 weeks. And Panda is down $334 in the last 2 weeks. So it's actually kind of funny because Panda was the most expensive, and he's down the least. He's only down $300, whereas Wizard, he was only, you know, second most expensive, and he's down $500, and Mamba was the cheapest, and he's down the most. So, as of right now, it does look like you get what you pay for. The cheapest signals have costed me the most money. So, you guys do the math, you know. I've seen a lot of polls taken for signal providers and YouTube channels and stuff like that. A lot of people's accounts are under $1,000, or at least the ones that reply to those polls. Okay, so if you only have $1,000 account and you're paying $30 to get someone's signals, and they end up costing you $766, it's pretty crappy, and it's not very motivating to become a trader. So that being said, I'm going to end this video here. And there is one signal provider I will say that you guys have been asking for that crushed all three of these signal providers in her free Telegram page. Alright? I'm going to go over that in a separate video. She killed it in 2 trades. I mean, just like I did. Alright? Just like I did. Let me go back to that. You know, I took 1 trade and look how much I made in 1 trade. If you find one clean setup all on your own, and you hit it with passion, you know, if you hit it like you really mean it, you take that trade as if you can see the future, it can really work out for you, as you can see it did for me right here. Or you can take a bunch of trades. You know, today we just went over 15 trades, most of them losers that cost thousands of dollars. All right, more is not necessarily better, coming to find out. And I'm going to go over this other signal provider that you guys have been asking for, that I am super anxious to see what she's doing in her VIP. Because if she's trading in her free channel, she gives 1 signal per week, and they've both been fire. They've both made money, okay? Considering these 3 signal providers are in the deficit, in a negative. And her 2 free signals are both in the positive, so she's already crushing the competition. And I didn't even have to pay $270 for her signal. So make sure to be on the lookout for that video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we're going to keep tracking these guys. I mean, I paid for their signals for the next 2 weeks. All right, I bought them for 1 month, and we're only halfway through. So just because they're costing me money now, maybe by the end of it all, they'll, you know, turn it around and become profitable. You know, anyone can lose 1 trade. Anyone can be in the deficit after 2 weeks. Anyone can be in the deficit after 3 months. It's, you know, it's long term is what we're going for. So this doesn't necessarily reflect their signals in the long term. This is just me showing you their signals for the last 2 weeks. So that being a disclaimer, I don't know if they're any worse. I don't know if they're any better. I'm just showing you guys the 2 weeks I've paid for, what the totals are. So that being said, make sure to subscribe and check back for more content and the raw truth on these signal providers. Thanks.